8 methods yoga can promote weight reduction. Most weight achieved will not be without problems, a subject of too many calories taken in for the energy spent. Most weight obtained is simply symptomatic of great underlying motives. When each of the 8 areas of well-being listed in this article end up out of steadiness, then these are typically the main motives weight reaps. If the corresponding yoga postures are practiced below the steerage of a good teacher, then very swiftly the explanations may also be addressed and the advantages will show. Now, not simplest will the excess weight be rapidly shed, however well-being will also be restored. 1. Stimulate the important force of the liver. The liver has many foremost functions. It is a totally robust detoxifier and purifier. It purifies your blood. It approaches fat, each excellent and unhealthy sort. If the liver is healthful and powerful, it might probably eliminate unhealthy fat and put just right fats to work for you. It offers you power via storing the glucose and making coenzyme Q10 that powers your muscular tissues. With the aid of doing certain yoga postures, you're strengthening the principal force of the liver in profound ways in an effort to convey it to foremost functioning. 2. Set off the thyroid gland. The thyroid secretes a hormone that regulates our metabolism. Some of the essential explanations that define whether or not we've got an excessive metabolism that burns quite a lot of fat, or whether or not our thyroid is lively or now not. Many people who suffer from weight reap have hypothyroidism, hypo meaning low. There are unique postures that support to proper this dysfunction. 3. Create the correct pH stability, alkalize. If the body is just too acidic, low pH, then the body will attempt to look after itself from the acid by way of storing fats and using it as a buffer. That is highly damaging, considering the fact that the visceral fat, the sort inside the organs and blood vesicles, accumulates within the veins and arteries, narrowing the passage to be had for the blood and steadily obstructs the undertaking of the blood vessels. Thus, the center is forced to overwork simply to hold the blood circulation. If this continues to happen, then the heart will get exhausted and a heart assault occurs. This is referred to as arteriosclerosis. So the pH stability of the body is particularly principal. The ultimate pH stability is about 7.35. And most folks being affected by their weight are too acidic. 4. In finding the right stability between the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous process. Quite a few overweight individuals, our bodies are below a tremendous quantity of stress. Their fearful approach is underneath strain from tradition selections. They mainly take a seat at a desk out of the therapy sun, underneath neon lights. They breathe stale, air-conditioned air as an alternative of fresh, clean, oxygen-rich air. They stare at a laptop display for hours instead of watching at nature. They regularly feel rushed to satisfy cut-off dates and busy schedules. And if the worried system is below stress, then it'll set off a sequence reaction in the leisure of the body. The physique wishes to be relaxed and soothed. This requires finding the proper steadiness between the sympathetic and parasympathetic fearful process. 5. Set off the interior warmness within the anxious procedure. There are numerous individuals who think that going to a scorching yoga class is the high-quality technique to lose weight. That's a long way from the truth. Historic yogis on no account heated their caves or hermitage within the Himalayas to 40 levels simply so they might practice asana in the morning. They created warmth within the physique via generating inside warmth with the aid of creating nerve tension, length. That is the pleasant manner. This mechanically makes the body suppose hotter. This may also be carried out by drawing the chin towards the chest in a head bends, thereby lengthening the femoral nerve and the spinal nerves. This warmth burns up and purifies visceral, deep fat and subcutaneous, superficial fats. 6. Transfer the body with force. Any yoga function that requires you to be energetic, either as you shorten or prolong the muscle mass, will help with weight reduction. This is in view that muscular tissues are energetic tissue that consumes fat as gasoline. For those who construct robust muscular tissues, they're going to be eating your fats retailers even when you are resting. This is the reason force work is very good for weight reduction. Arm balancing postures are exceptional for this. Even general arm balancing poses are exceptional, considering they generally engage each muscle, no longer just the hands or shoulders, but in addition the abdominals and legs. 7. Get your heart fee up. Many individuals think that getting the center price up by means of running is a great way to reduce weight. Study suggests that this is a misconception, and it's not a great way to shed pounds at all. It might make a stressed, anxious method much more exhausted, and lead to adrenal fatigue. What's significantly better for weight reduction is getting the guts fee up for an awfully short burst and then dropping it correct down, then getting it up after which dropping it down. This may most likely be accomplished through a wise yoga practice. Opening in a standing function on the entrance of your mat, do 2 slow rounds of Surya namesake, solar salutation, after which come again to standing and fix along with your heart with palms together and eyes closed for a moment. Then repeat it again, probably this time making the PM a little rapid. Proceed a number of rounds like this and you will have your heart price at a best stage, without the tiring and jarring effects your physique will get from strolling. 8. Cleaning the colon. Many people have food subject blocked up of their colon. This makes them bloated. Severe bloating can appear as weight problems. Eventually, if left untreated, it will probably poison the blood and results in ailment. There's a pronouncing that disease begins in the gut. There is obviously some truth to that. Some individuals who consume quite a few meat or already struggle with a constipated colon will have to most likely now not do any inversions as a consequence, on the grounds that the putrefied blood will rush to the better organs and it's going to disturb the mind. Colonic irrigation could also be priceless in those instances. Consuming water free of chemical substances like sodium fluoride and chlorine is major because water will support flush the waste away, but the chemicals dumped into most Western public water provides will kill off good intestinal flowers and as a result should be kept away from. Buying an excellent water filter is a great concept.